pronounce that right? Mukamura. Yes. She is a psychologist by profession, and today we want her to relate to psychologist. So we are going to start with actually, Mama, how are you today?
I'm very well, thanks.
Thank you very much. Yes, welcome. She's our aunt, guys. She's everyone's aunt. So if you need someone to talk to, everyone's aunt, she's available. So, Mama, as we listened to psychologist, I want to know what, in your words, what is depression? What is mental health?
Okay. Depression is a condition. It's a chronic condition, just like diabetes, like high blood pressure, like HIV, which is now a chronic as well condition. Depression, the only difference is that it affects your mind, your mood swings, how you behave. As with depression, according to psychologists or psychology, it's a condition which changes the way someone's mood. It changes your behavior, it changes the way you perceive things, the way you look at things. A person who has depression is unhappy all the time. That person is, when they haven't started taking any medication, they feel worthless. They feel like it's not good to be alive. No one loves me, no one understands me. That's how they feel. So when you are depressed, you are living in your own room. Let's take, for example, you are in a closed room where you don't have anyone to see what is happening to you. It's only playing in your mind. And even if people are trying to do good things to you, you feel like they are not doing good enough. They are not good enough. So it's a condition which is a bit tricky, but because of medication and because of support, it's something that is manageable.
Okay, so we had a video that we posted, I think last week. There was a voiceover to it, and it said that depression, it feels like you're just living just to get to tomorrow, and even when tomorrow comes, you're just going through just to get to another day, and you don't even know what is in another day. Like you don't even have the hope, or you don't even have anything to look forward to.
You're hopeless.
Yes.
Life doesn't make sense. You don't have we all have the zeal, we all have the mojo, can I call it, to wake up and do something and carry on. But when you are depressed, all those things stop existing. You feel like, why waste my time? I relate to Lisa's story. She felt like it was not worth it after she was raped. Because Lisa's depression is not genetic. She wasn't born in a family with people who are depressed. Because depression also comes in different, it starts in different ways. You can get it from your genes, because maybe your father or your mother or your sibling has depression. You can also end up having depression, which also has bipolar type 1 and bipolar depression, bipolar type 2. But with Lisa's one, it's post-natal stress PTSD.
Yes.
Which means she experienced some trauma in her life. This trauma led her to have this depression.
Yes.
Yeah.
So because of you know what, I'm drop those questions. Because of Ulisa is young, Mama, she's young, she's our age and everything. What's your take on the state of depression, especially to us youngsters?
It's very prone. According to the United Nations, to the World Organization, there's the research that they carried on recently. They said most people suffer from depression. It might be mild, moderate, or it's even severe. What is happening is, with us women, it's more prone to be depressed. We carry a lot of burden in our lives, relationships, children. You can get depressed even after giving birth, the postnatal stress or the postnatal, which way you get when you give birth to a child. These also types of relationships that are toxic gives you depression. But as far as it is at the moment, you guys, you are living in a stressful world. There is competition, there is a lot of things happening. We have social media, which is also ruthless. You post your picture, you get attacked, you get depressed because you're expecting people to like that picture on social media. I'm giving you examples of why you young adults are getting depressed and getting into all these situations. The relationships, they are different from what we went through. We used to have a courtship where we would meet in the bush and talk and love each other. But now you meet on social media and you fall in love. You don't know the characteristics of your partner. You fall in love with that toxic person. You go there, that Prince Charming turns into a monster. It's depression again. Work. Sometimes losing a job. It's so difficult these days to get jobs. Money problems. So you guys, you want to get the car, you want to get, you think I finish university, I get a nice job, I live in a nice place.
You want to slay, Mama.
Yes, you want to slay and they have Brazilian wives.
Yes.
And you cannot afford that. It's leading young adults into depression, and then you see that we end up taking drugs and doing all sorts of things.
So what are the stages? Because I heard Uli said that at first she just went to talk with a psychologist.
Yes.
And then after some time, then she started taking medication. So what are the stages?
You start feeling angry, you start feeling unworthy, you start feeling depressed, you start feeling, okay, I can't use the word depressed.
Yes.
You feel everything loses meaning, it's meaningless. You don't see if the sun is coming up. The things that you were used to enjoy, you won't enjoy them. Let's say you used to enjoy taking walks. You sit down. Some people gain a lot of weight. Some people lose weight because you lose appetite. Some people cannot even sleep. You get into insomnia and you can't sleep. Or some people sleep all the time when they are depressed. So that's how it affects people. Those are the first symptoms. What I want to advise people is that when you see that you are changing your routine, the things that you used to like more, if you used to love watching movies or walking or going to the gym and then you just stop abruptly, you spend most of the time maybe wearing pajamas, the job that you used to love a lot, now it doesn't mean anything, it's worthless. Maybe a family, you don't even care, you don't call, you stay alone, you just want to seclude yourself. You must get worried and start checking on those things. And also, family members, if you see someone behaving like that, you must also look for those signs and symptoms, because those are the best things that to check if someone is now slipping into depression, especially also after a traumatic experience. I'm so proud of her family, Lisa's family.
Yes.
The support system is wow, it's amazing. Because with us Africans, I'm relating to the questions that you once asked me on the phone. Us Africans, we have a tendency of thinking that you are just doing it for the sake of seeking attention. They could have blamed her. Why did you go to this guy or something like that?
Yeah.
We have a tendency of shifting the blame. They didn't shift the blame. They helped her. They picked her up when she really needed them. So that is very important.
So, because of the reason why we started this program, it is we want to give help to the people that are not getting help at home.